What's up everyone? Today, I want to talk about that 10-year challenge. I've been seeing a lot of it going around Facebook and Instagram, but the one thing I don't see and what people don't talk about is what happened between those 10 years. How did you change? Not just by look, but your maturity, your intelligence, your mentality. How did that all change from 10 years ago? What exactly happened between those years? And that's what I want to talk about today. Who you were back then and what changed you to who you are today, because that's what makes the difference. It's not just age, it's not just by look, it's not just, oh yeah, I look better now, it's like fine wine, I'm aging good. It's not about the looks, guys. It's not about the looks. It shouldn't be about the look, but it should be about how you grew from 10 years ago to today. That's what I want to talk about today, so let's get into it. Okay, so as I was talking about earlier, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about the whole 10-year challenge thing. There's a lot of imagery more so focused when it comes to the 10-year challenge rather than what you've been going through or how you changed within those 10 years. And I think that's what the focus should be, or I think that's what the 10-year challenge was meant to be focused on. And not so more just about how you look, but at the same time, with the world that we live in right now, that's basically what all this is about, is more so how you look and not so much how you've changed. So I'd like to talk about the last 10 years and how I've changed and the things that, you know, I've experienced and gone through and how it made me who I am today, because I think that's the most important part of it all. And I hope that some of you can relate to this, and I hope that you guys post your own how you've changed within 10 years and be focused more so on that kind of thing. So 10 years ago, I am 35 now, I was 25 years old, but I literally did not know what I wanted to do. I was working at Kaiser. Kaiser seemed nice. I got the job at 19. Kaiser had been treating me good as far as financially, but fulfilling wise, it just wasn't for me. I didn't want to be there. I got very lazy with my job. It wasn't adding any value to me because I felt like that's not where I belonged. I was lost at that time. So after Kaiser, I didn't have a job for 3 years. I was being lazy. I didn't really go out and find anything because I thought that the only thing I could do at that point was what Kaiser offered me. I wasn't pushing hard for it, you know what I mean? So I wanted to move forward from there. And so at 28, I finally moved away from my hometown, Fairfield, and I went to San Jose. And in San Jose is where I started to find me, because I needed to find me, you know. It was hard, but at the same time I was tired of being lazy. I was tired of having nothing. But the thing is that I wanted to find exactly what I wanted to do and not keep applying to these like data entry jobs, you know, because it just wasn't fulfilling me. So from there, I started hiking, I started running, I started focusing more on my fitness, and it ended up helping me become a better person. Things are starting to get rocky. I'm gonna head over to the van. Oh man, I'm rocking back and forth a lot right now. Okay, back to the topic at hand. I mean, at 28 years old, that's when I started to find my fitness. I started challenging myself to a lot of things. That's when I noticed that I was starting to change a lot, because I realize now that the reason for it was I was finally chasing something that I really wanted. So again, within these 10 years, guys, a lot has changed, but I want to remind you that in your 20s, that's when you're trying to figure yourself out. So there's any of you out there who feel like you don't know what you're doing, you don't know what the hell's going on with your life, you feel like you're lost, you feel like you're just not going anywhere, it's okay. But just know one thing, focus on you. Focus on what you want, not based on anyone else's expectations, but what you want your life to be. That's when you start being happy. That's when you start actually living a life. It's unfortunate to say that a lot of the stress and a lot of the reasons why we're so depressed is because we're living underneath someone else's expectation, and that's what we shouldn't do to ourselves. Because then if you never meet them, you'll always be sad about it. So remember, within these 10 years, be appreciative of what you've done, where you've gone, and that's the whole idea. 10 years ago, I was a very sad person, but within those years, I've learned to appreciate the things that the old me has done. I look back now and I look at the person who started kickboxing when I was 28, 29 years old, and when I became an instructor, and sometimes I look at it and I'm like, man, you know, who let me be an instructor? This is Bo. This is Bo. I'm very appreciative of the guy that never stopped, you know, because if he had never stopped, or if he did stop, I wouldn't be where I am today.
think that you would compete?
No,
In the beginning stages?
I never put that even together. I found myself pushing myself harder than I ever had before. I just found like the discipline of it and the knowledge that you gain from it was just super fascinating. I just kind of fell in love with it. You can always make that change. You always have that opportunity. You have like endless possibilities. Goals are really important when you set out to do anything. You want to land something.
So again, guys, within these 10 years, what do you appreciate about yourself? What is it about yourself that you love, that you did for you, and how it got you to where you are? Stop focusing on your outer, but focus on your inner. How do you grow? You got to heal this, you got to feed this. This is the stuff that makes you happy, your mind, your heart. So focus on that. Focus on what feeds those things and what makes those happy, and keep chasing that. Because in the end, that's what's gonna matter the most. Get your butt out of the camera. Anyways, like I said, it's getting really dark. And I hope you guys I wanna hear your stories, you know? Let's hear them, because I know that everyone has a story to tell, and that's the most beautiful part of this life, is that everyone's living an amazing story. All right, guys, remember to keep on growing, but always stay rooted.